Here are some of the best blitzes in the game where you're going to be able to get relentless pressure at your opponent's quarterback, forcing them into bad mistakes. The playbook that I am using is the Minnesota Vikings playbook. It just has so many of these good formations that you need to be using. Here I am in practice mode, and I'm going to scroll down right to our nickel formations right here, and this is probably one of my favorite formations in the game, 3-3 Cub. When hovering over the formation, I'm simply going to press triangle to go right into my substitutions. Then I'm going to set up all my adjustments right here. So I'm going to put my safety at linebacker, then I'm going to have linebackers, my fastest linebackers, on the edge right here, and that's going to help the blitz come in even faster. So faster the guys, faster the blitz is going to come in right here. And then I'm just going to put my edge rushers on these ends right here. And then obviously my D tackle right in the middle. Now pressing R3 to go into my coaching adjustments. I do like to have my safety depth on close. Just have those safeties a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage. And then safety width, I like to have on pinch in zone coverage. If it's man, then I like to have it default. If I'm running zone, then I like to run pinch. But right here, I'm just going to run a little man coverage. I'm going to run my Mike Blitz 0. To set up this blitz, I'm simply just going to put a hard flat on one of my guys right here. Now, the guy that should be in the hard flat is the guy you're not rushing from. So you're going to be blitzing off of one of these sides. For instance, I'm going to be blitzing off this right side, right? Because the running back or there's no tight end over there. So typically, if there's a tight end over there, I like to blitz on the opposite side of the tight end because the tight end is really good at blocking. It can bump up your blitz and really hold you up there. But since there's no tight end on the line right here, I am going to be blitzing off the right side away from the running back right here. Now, using my linebacker right here, or my safety converted to linebacker, I'm going to run into this gap right here between the D tackle and the D end. Then simply, when they hike the ball, I'm going to switch stick using my D-pad, and I'm going to switch stick over to this hard flat, and then user something and try to get, a user lurk or something like that. And you're going to see this guy on the right come screaming in. So right here, as you see, the guy on the edge comes in absolutely clean right there and takes Matthew Stafford's head right off his body. Now, for zone coverage, I just got a Tampa 2. That's typically what I like to run out of this. I just typically like to run a cover 3 on one side and then just like cover 2 on the other side. Make sure I'm not going to get beat in the seam right here. And then, again, just blitz my user. And then this time, instead of the hard flat I switch onto the hook curl. And I'm able to get pressure that way as well. That pressure is screaming in. So if they're constantly sending 5 people out over and over and over and over again, you're able to run this blitz, and you're going to be able to have insane pressure at the quarterback. The next formation up is the 2-4 nickel formation. This is personally my favorite formation in the game right here. Now, all I'm going to do is basically just go back to my substitutions. I'm going to set up my safety at linebacker and then another safety at linebacker again. Then, have fast edge rushers if you can on the edge right here. Benito and Cooper are relatively pretty fast. So right here, we're going to try it with our little man coverage right here. All we want to do is spread our defensive line and run the Texas stunt. Now, I'm sure you guys seen the Texas stunt. I'm sure it's popular. We're going to zone out our right side linebacker right here. And then we're going to bring our user right here and run into the line of scrimmage. When the ball's hiked, we're going to engage with the offensive lineman, and then both of our edge rushers should come in free, or at least one of them. But the reason why this is a little bit different than the Texas stunt is because you can't really pick it up that well. You can't double team a defensive end and ID the other defensive end, which is usually how you pick it up, right? You double team one end, you ID the other, but you can't do it with this because the user is engaging with the offensive line. So right here, they're going to hike the ball. My user gets in the middle, and right there, Jonathan Cooper comes in absolutely screaming right there. You can get this to even come in with 4 people. You don't have to rush 5. Now, so I'm putting my guy Benito right here in a vert hook, only rushing 4 people. I'm going to run the Texas stunt. And that time, as you can see, Jonathan Cooper was right there with only 4 people as well. See, as you can see, Jonathan Cooper, he kind of loops around the edge right here. The safety takes all the attention. He takes the attention of 2 offensive linemen, and you're in there like swimwear. My other play I like out of here is the cover 3 cloud. Just run a stock cover 3 cloud. I love cover 3 cloud in this game. But this time, we're going to try it against a blocked running back. So right here, as we can see, I don't think the 4-man blitz will work, but I think the 5 will for sure. Right here, we're going to see if we can get it to come in first try. I like to spread my line. I like to pass commit as well, run the stunt, and then as you can see right there, they actually did a really good job at picking it up that time. I think that was just partially a user error right there. Right there, 2 guys in free that time. My goodness. So 2 times in a row it works right there. And as you can see, boom, we're sending. Dude, I mean, both guys came in free, bro. That is absolutely insane. Now, another blitz I do have is right in the Overstorm Brave defense again. Not gonna lie, this one is a little bit tougher, but right here, we're basically just gonna be sending this linebacker right through this gap right here, and this doesn't work as consistently. It is kind of hard for it to come in, but right here, actually, that is a perfect example right there. Now, granted, if I had any better user right there, we would have had an easy sack, but as we can see right here, this linebacker right from the top just comes in absolutely clean and would have sacked the quarterback, again, if I had a better user right there. Now, another way you can run this is having your hard flat on that one linebacker, then having one of your defensive ends in a zone assignment as well, and this should come in pretty decently. Right there, again, and more pressure on the quarterback right there. That was an easy... is that an A-gap? I think that's an A-gap. Another type of blitz I've seen work is the Tampa 2 out of the dime 1-4 formation. Then basically we have a blitzing linebacker. And what I like to do with the blitzing linebacker is I like to shift my linebackers to the left to where my linebacker is pretty much over the D tackle right here. Then I like to crash down. Just it works a little bit better for me. I feel like it you know, just creates better sheds. Oh, that was perfect right there. That blitzing linebacker right there. It took me a minute to get it, but probably took me 6, 7, 8 tries. But right here, as you can see, this linebacker right from the top kind of, you know, glitches right through and is able to get pressure on the quarterback right there. And if you're only rushing 4, it's hard to get pressure, you know. A lot of pressures, you know, and a lot of sacks and a lot of blitzes come from 5-man pressures. But if you want 4 right here, I mean, that's a pretty solid little blitz right there. It comes in every so often, so it's not consistent. Right there, the second time in a row right there, I got it to work again. All I'm doing is just shifting my linebacker right over this D tackle, and then once again, I am crashing my defensive line down. All right, that's gonna be it for today's video. It's hard to get pressure on the quarterback, you know, find blitzes and stuff like that, but I feel like I found a couple good ones. If you guys did enjoy though, or learn something new, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, of course, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.